Welcome, everyone. This is Leo Bray, guest teacher in Kristin Olson's spot. Visit us online at Kristin Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook, urbanyoga.org on the web. Stop by the tip jar to make contributions. Check out the schedule of what's offered each day. And for folks watching later on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel for us. And now I will move back to my mat. We'll start today sitting. Just sit or kneel so you're comfortable. You don't have to sit the way I sit. Feeling your contact with the floor. Think of the length of your spine to help you sit tall without being stiff, without being rigid. Close your eyes if you like and focus on your breath to get started. Letting it slow down, you get deeper. Taking the first couple minutes to just arrive, acknowledging your situation in space, taking in your surroundings in whatever way you're reaching your senses. Scanning your body to take in the internal circumstances, what's going on with your body. Make particular note of anything that's feeling out of whack in your body, so you can keep it in mind as we practice, knowing that you're welcome to skip or modify whatever you might need to. And if you wish to set an intention for your own practice today, you can take the time to do that now. And let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth with the sighing sound. Let your eyes open if they're closed. Let's start with some seated cow cat breaths. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head tip back. Exhale, draw your heart back, let your head tip forward. And just follow your breath. You don't have to breathe at my pace. Now, some of you know I teach some classes at earlier time slots that are labeled gentle on the schedule. And this class of Kristin's is labeled gentle, but it's been pointed out to me by some of you and by Kristin that my gentle is not her gentle. So we're doing Kristin's idea of gentle today, not my gentler version. So if you're more used to my classes, this will be more vigorous. It won't be ungentle. After your next exhale, sit up. Reach your hands out to the sides. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, let your arm drape over your head. Let the weight of your arm draw your head over to the left. If you like, raise your right hand a little and reach out through your fingertips. Nice neck traction, lengthening that big trapezius muscle. That helps hold up our head and move it around. Let the right hand down if it's raised. Let your left hand slide across. Let your neck stay passive. Let your hand come to your cheek and nudge your head back to center. Let the left hand down. Inhale, raise your right arm up alongside your ear. Exhaling, let it drape over. Let the weight of your arm draw your head to the right. And if you like, lift your left hand, reach out through those fingertips. Let the left hand down. Remember to let your neck stay relaxed. Let your right hand slide over and slide down and nudge your head up to center. Let that hand down. Walk your right hand behind you. Bring your left hand to your right leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Spending a few breaths investigating how much twist feels sufficient. Let yourself unwind, come through center. Walk the left hand behind you, bring your right hand to your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Let yourself unwind. Let's go ahead and come up onto our hands and knees. Reach back, press into the ball of your right foot. Then on an inhale, pick your foot up, reach straight back in the air, so your legs parallel to the floor. On an inhale, reach your left arm forward. Exhale, draw your knee towards your elbow. Inhale, extend out. Let's do 3 more of those. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen out. Then bend your knee, reach back, grab your foot or ankle, kick against your hand, lift your knee and chin. Release, lower down, reach back, press into the ball of your left foot for a couple breaths. With an inhale, pick your foot up, reach straight back. On the next inhale, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, draw knee to elbow. Inhale, extend out. 3 more times. Then bend your knee and reach back, see about that bind. Release, lower down. Step your right foot up between your hands. You might use blocks under your hands to ease the transition if you want. Step your left foot up next to your right. Explore movement in forward fold, swaying back and forth, bending and straightening your legs. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let your hands hang at your sides. Raise your right shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back. Let it down. And your left shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach for the wall. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or take eagle arms if that's in your practice. Have another friend joining us. Breathe into that space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cross the opposite way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up and reach your palms up. Look up at your hands, lift up your heart. Inhale to come upright. Exhale to bend to the right. Feel for length through both arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arms down. Let's start some sun salutations. Starting out simple, and then we'll add in some other things and mix it up. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Step back to plank. Let your hips come down in line with your shoulders and your knees. Let your knees down if you prefer the shorter plank. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Elbows in towards your body as you lower. And tuck your toes if you didn't already. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest to the height that's right for you and your lower back each time. Exhale, rock back and up to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet up and down. Make sure your neck's disengaged, your head is hanging between your arms, your breath is flowing. Everything in the back is lengthening. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. On an exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale to bring your heart forward. Exhale to rock back and up. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more just like that. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Step back to plank. When you're ready, on an exhale, lower. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, back and up. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, straight up through center line. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Rest your fingertips on the floor or on blocks. Step your left foot back, runner's lunge. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, crescent lunge. If the high lunge is too much, let the left knee gently down and uncurl your left toes. Exhale, sink forward in your hips, draw your arms down to cactus. Inhale, glide back, reach up. Continue at the pace of your breath. Let this movement for your legs and hips be as big or small as you want. Don't let that right knee go forward more than the right ankle. If it starts to, scoot your right foot forward like I just did. Sometimes the hips keep settling and opening, and you find there's more room to rock forward. From the top of the movement, let's twist. Reach your left hand back, right hand forward. You can drop the right hand to your right knee for steadiness as needed. Let's reverse the twist. Tip back, reach up, left hand drops, right hand raises up, look up towards your right hand. If you reverse, tip forward, level off, come through center, hands by your heart. If you wobble, that means you're human. We all wobble when we do this. Reach your right hand back, your left leg forward, twisting to the right. If you like, reverse, tip back, reach up, look up at the left hand. Sometimes we grab the wall when we wobble a lot and almost fall. Level up. Come through center. Bring your hands down. Step your right foot back to your left. Downward dog. Nod your head. Shake your head. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Rest your hands on the ground. Step your right foot back, runner's lunge. When you're ready, inhale, reach forward and up, find your crescent lunge. And when you're ready, exhale, sink forward, draw your arms down. Inhale, glide back, raise your arms. Following your own breath. Movement of breath, smooth and continuous. The breath helps the movement helps the breath. From the top of the movement, let's twist first to the right. If you like, reverse, inhale, tip back, reach up. Level off again, come through center, twist to the left. If you like, reverse, tip back, reach up. Level off if you reversed. Come through center. Lower your hands to the ground. Step your left foot back to your right. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. I'm going to pause for a sip of water. You take a sip of water whenever you need one. Maybe it's now. Maybe you did before. Maybe you do later. Whenever each of us needs to. From the top of your mat when you're ready, inhale up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. We're going to play with side plank and some variation. Shift your right hand right below your face and slowly tip onto the outer edge of your right foot. You can bring your left hand to your left hip. Now, options here. The left foot can be on top of the right or in front of the right. And if this is a bit too much, let that right knee and right shin down on the floor like that. That's another way to do it. Maybe reach your left hand up, stack your hands. Try to keep the hip in line with the left shoulder, left knee. Now let's try a little sweeping back and forth. Exhale, reach your arm forward and under the other arm. Inhale, reach back up again. Let's do it just 2 more times. Exhale, curl under. Inhale, extend up. And nice and gently with control, tip back to regular plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, back and up. Take 3 cleansing breaths. Take child pose for a half minute, and then we'll do all that on the other side. Vary this child's pose however you want, however you need. Scan your body, focus on your breath. Inhale, come forward and up through table. Curl your toes under, press into your feet, lift your knees, press into your hands, lift your tail, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. Shift your left hand below your face. Take your time to tip onto the outer edge of your left foot. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Modify as needed. You can let the left leg down, left knee down if you want. Reach the right hand up when you're ready. Exhale, sweep forward, reach under. Inhale, reach forward, reach out. 2 more times. Exhale. It's like a half circle. Inhale. Slowly with control. Tip back to regular plank. I never said make it graceful or pretty. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, back and up. Take 3 cleansing breaths and another quick half minute in child's pose. Maybe it's different than the previous child's pose. Maybe it's the same. Inhale, slowly come forward and up through table. Then exhale, slowly back and up to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Knees soft and bouncy, arms hanging heavy like ropes. Let your arms start to swing front to back. Let the swinging of your arms build momentum, get bigger and bigger. And swing your arms up overhead, sit back to chair. Releasing down into the floor, release the front of those hips, the back of those knees, the front of those ankles. Feel for an even distribution of weight between the front of the feet and the back of the feet. Spine nice and long. Bring your hands to your heart, press them together, press them to your sternum. Keep them centered on your chest. Keep that long spine. Keep your knees lined up like that. Exhale, twist to the right, any amount without losing that alignment. Tip your torso forward. If you like, open your arms. Maybe your elbow hooks outside your knee, maybe it doesn't. If arms are open, bring your hands back together. Inhale slowly through center. Exhale, twist to the left. If you like, spread your wings. If your arms are open, bring your hands together. Inhale through center. Big exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Now let's play with some chair variation. Reach your arms forward, parallel to the floor. Zombie chair, sleepwalker chair. Sit back. Releasing hips, knees, ankles. Draw your hands in under your arms. Reach them back past your hips, palms down, take a breath or two. Reach in under your arms and out to the side, take a breath or two. Reach in under your arms, back up overhead. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, arms down. Shake your legs. One more bit of variation. Arms forward again when you're ready. Lift your heels. With your heels lifted, can you sit back to chair? It's a yes or no question. If it's a no, just let your heels down and then sit back again. See if you can keep the heels up. Keep breathing. If you can, straighten your legs with the heels still raised. Then let the arms down. See how slowly you can let the heels down if they're still up. And if they're not, no shame. Shake things out. And now we'll play with maybe some one-legged stuff. I say maybe because we'll start with tree pose and maybe you keep both feet on the ground with tree. Because there's different kinds of trees. Hands at your heart. Shift your weight from one leg to the other. Set your eyes on something that's not going to move. This will help steady your tree. Bring the weight into your right leg. Keep that knee soft and responsive. Lift your left knee up. Maybe your thigh comes parallel to the floor. Open your hip like a door, like a gate. Knee comes out to the side. Bring your foot to your right leg. Maybe your toes are on the ground, heel on your ankle. Maybe the sole of your foot is on your calf. Maybe it's on your thigh. Just don't want to press sideways on that knee. Your hands can stay here or the branches of your tree can go anywhere at all. Make sure your tree gets plenty of air. Keep breathing. Maybe your tree is very still. Maybe there's breeze in your branches. You can start over anytime. Bring your hands back to your heart if they're doing something else. Pivot your knee forward and let your foot down and shake things out. Anything that needs a shake. When you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart. Shift back and forth as many times as you like. Bring the weight into your left leg when you're ready. Take your time to raise your right knee. Open the gate of your hip. Bring your right foot to your left leg. Let your arms find their expression. There's no wrong expression. What does your body want? Maybe your body doesn't want to make those sounds, but it does. The joint crispies, the snap, crackle, pop. Got one out of each shoulder as I came into this arm bind. Didn't hurt. Just a funny thing the body does sometimes. If your hands are elsewhere, you can bring them back to your heart and bring your knee forward and let your foot down and shake things out. And now we'll play with dancer pose. There isn't really a way that I know of to do dancer with both feet on the ground, but you're welcome to step over by the wall or a steady piece of furniture if you feel uncertain about standing on one leg, or even if you just like that security. So dancer is this pose where we're gonna grab a foot, do like this. That's my fast forward version, but I want to point out that there's two different ways, at least, to grab your foot. One is to grab the outside edge. Seems simplest, but when you do this and draw your knee back, sometimes the knee will go out to the side. We want to keep the knee towards the midline. So one way to encourage that alignment is to turn your thumb down and grab the inside edge of your foot. The other hand can stay at the sternum. Then you draw this knee back, let your torso tip forward, looking forward and slightly up, maybe keeping the nice long curve of the spine, the neck's just part of the spine. Maybe you reach this other hand forward. Here too, you can start over anytime. You can change your mind. You can grab the wall or the desk for steadiness. Keep breathing. Dancers need air just like trees do. And then let's see how slowly we can come out, like we came gradually out of the tree. You can bring this hand back in if it's extended. Straighten out, release, shake. We all fall. We try not to crash. Never said gracefully still, only when it's in quotes like that. When you're ready, other hand at the heart. Maybe shift back and forth like we did before tree. As you're ready, drop the weight to your other leg. Lift your heel towards your butt. Reach back for that foot, whatever grip works for you. Maybe you use the same grip as you did the first time. Maybe you try a different one. Take your time making your way there. Each side may be different, maybe a little different, maybe very different. It's some great core work. It's a heck of a quad stretch. And no small amount of effort for that standing leg, huh? Come out as slowly and gradually as you can. And shake things out. Maybe pat yourself on the back and have a seat. Maybe have a drink. Maybe the silliest part of that is saying maybe. That's definitely a moment for a drink, I think. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back. Plant your hands next to your hips. If you like, you can have blocks under your hands here. Staff pose, press into your hands. Inhale, straighten your arms. Exhale, lower down. Now, if you didn't lift your butt off the floor and you had blocks, put the blocks under your hands. If you did lift yourself up, you might still want to try it with the blocks just to see what the difference feels like. When you're ready, press into your hands. Inhale, press away from the floor. Keep breathing. Exhale, lower down. We'll do it once more, and you decide whether you use blocks or not. When you're ready, plant those hands by the hips. Flex the feet back towards you. Inhale, press up. Maybe we'll stay up one breath longer this time. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over those legs. Let your knees bend if they want to, as much as they want to. Inhaling, think of the crown of your head reaching forward. Exhaling, think of lowering down. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit yourself up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart. Walk your hands down your legs as far as you comfortably can, or as far as you can without strain. Maybe comfortably is not the right word, huh? Play with your edge as much as you want to without hurting yourself, please, of course. Bring your left hand over by your right hand. Reach your right arm out, turn your head to the right. Rotate your arm, point your thumb at the floor. Reach the back of your hand towards your left hip. Peel your right shoulder back. Extend your arm, undo that rotation. Bring that right hand back to the left hand. Bring your left hand over to the left leg or left foot. Bring your right hand over to your left hand. Reach your left arm out, turn your head to the left. Point your thumb down, reach towards your right hip, peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm, turn your thumb up, slide the left hand back to the right hand. Bring your right hand back over to the right side. Walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Using your arms, nudge your legs towards each other. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to touch, leaving a big space between your pelvis and your heels. Reach under or over your ankles and walk your hands forward along the mat. Let your neck disengage, let your head droop down. Breathe into your back. Walk your hands back. Lift your torso upright. Keep your feet together and bring them in as close as you can. Interlace your fingers. Cup your toes between your hands. Wriggle on your seat to bring the bones in your seat closer to the floor. And tilt your pelvis forward to open the front of your hips. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward with a long spine. Let's just see how far the long spine goes. And wherever it stops lowering, then let your head lower. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Use your arms to lift your knees towards each other. Rest the soles of your feet on the mat. Reach your arms forward. Sit back as far as you can without lifting your feet or tipping onto your back. Lift your feet a little bit. Keep breathing. Anytime you can put them down for a break. Anytime you can bring your hands to your legs for support. Keep your spine long. Think of the highest you can lift your feet. Aim halfway there. Keep breathing. Lift your feet as high as you can. Lower halfway. Lower most of the way. Let your feet down. Then let your hands down. Bring your hands back here on the floor outside the mat. Wiggle your feet out by the edges of the mat. Let your knees dance back and forth as much as they want to go. Maybe as they go down to one side, turn your head to the other. If you want to try a bigger movement here as your knees go down to the right, lift your left hand and left hip, look up. As your knees come down to the left, raise your right hand, right hip, look up. Let's do a couple more to each side. It's helpful to inhale as you lift up, exhale as you come down. Bring your feet in closer, come down onto your forearms and down onto your back. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Rest your hands, palms down near your hip. And do a variation of bridge pose. Press into the sole of your right foot. Inhale, lift your hip. Think of both knees tracking forward in the direction those right toes are pointing. Down the length of the mat. Exhale, lower down. Play with floating up and down at your own pace. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. If you crave more challenge, pause at the top for some extra breaths. If you crave some rest, pause at the bottom.
And let the next time you lower down be the last one for that side, because of course we have to do that the other way. Plant the left foot, cross the right ankle above your left knee. When you're ready, press into your left foot, inhale, lift your hips up. Some extra breaths, at least on the first one. Unless you feel you can't, and then you can just go up and down. As you're ready, float up and down at your own pace, pausing where you like. And let the next time you come down be the last one of those. Uncross your legs, draw your knees to your chest, hug your knees, rock and roll on your back, massage it against the floor. And let's take a deeper twist for our final twisting. Planting the right foot, cross your left knee over your right knee. Now I say a deeper twist, but you can decide to a degree how deep it's going to be. If you keep your foot on the floor, that's less deep. If you draw your knees towards your chest, it gets deeper. So the closer your knees are to your torso as we twist, the deeper it's going to feel. Reach your arms out to the sides, keeping your shoulder blades on the ground. Bring your knees in closer if you want. Let your legs go to the right and turn your head to the left. And let your breath bring you out. Don't push your legs down, let them hang and go where they want to go. Bring it all back to center. Switch the cross of your legs, right knee over left knee. If you like, bring your knees in towards your chest again to whatever degree you want. When you're ready, let the legs go to the left and your head go to the right. Bring everything back to center. Uncross your legs, hug your knees, Rock and roll on your back a bit. Reach your feet towards the ceiling. Reach your hands up to grab your legs or your feet. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs for happy baby pose. If there's some other inversion you'd prefer, do that instead. Maybe it's something more active, maybe it's something more passive. Whenever you feel complete with inverting, you could make your way to your final resting pose. If there are any movements or postures you want to weave in on the way there, feel free to incorporate anything else that might make your practice feel more complete to you. Maybe you make your way to corpse pose, or maybe to some other resting posture, wherever you can be comfortably still for a couple minutes. Allowing yourself the space to integrate the benefits of your practice. Maybe simply focusing on your breath. Maybe reflecting on the intention you set for your practice today, if you set one. Maybe just allowing your mind to disengage. Start taking some deeper breaths. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Rolling your wrists and ankles. Gently moving your head side to side. Letting your movements lead to bigger and bigger movements. Taking your time. Moving mindfully, continuing to listen to your body as we've done throughout practice. When you're ready for it, you can gently sit yourself up.
And bring your hands up by your heart. Thank you for sharing in practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. See you next time.